So as more and more of the state opens back up, it's natural to feel that sense of relief as we kind of feel like, oh my gosh, are things getting back to normal? Even just seeing that roller rink video.
I'm telling you, I mean, yeah, we were there in masks, but we were there in masks with other people, and it felt really great. But after more than a year of lockdowns and all sorts of social and physical distancing, you might be feeling a little bit nervous about returning to the way that we used to live. Our friend, Dr. Karin Ryan from Nystrom and Associates, is seeing this happen to people and joins us now via Skype to talk about it. This is real, Dr. Ryan, because people have been sequestered, it feels like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely, very real, yes.
We had to be afraid of other people and afraid of certain circumstances and sort of navigating this. And so what's happening now? What are people telling you?
Yeah, exactly. We had to adjust to being alone and at home and doing things by ourselves. And we've become so accustomed to it that it's been a long time that we've had to navigate small talk and social interactions and being in groups of people. And so what we're seeing is a really big increase in social anxiety, general anxiety and social anxiety.
Okay, so let's hone in on social anxiety, because that's a term that we hear a lot, and maybe not everyone is sure of what that means and if they in fact suffer from it. How do you define it?
Yeah, social anxiety is specific to interacting with others. So it's really a fear about being criticized or judged by others. So if you find yourself really dreading small talk or meeting people, or when you're in social places, really fear of being judged or criticized to the point that it's preventing you from going there or doing the social things you want to do, you may be experiencing social anxiety.
Well, I think that's so relatable with this situation, because people have felt like if maybe I'm not doing enough, maybe when I say I drove and did this overnight thing, someone else is going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. And so there is that fear, I think, is very real, because we are seeing so many of those judgments happen. So what do you think can help as you kind of go, all right, I'm worried about this, but at the same time, I want to enjoy my life?
Yeah, absolutely. It's thinking about, if I'm worried about getting back out there, it's taking it small. It's taking steps that feel manageable and then building on that. So if you're feeling really anxious about groups of people, start with a friend or two. Start with a smaller gathering. We call it gaining mastery. Once you gain success, then you're able to kind of build up and do things like the roller garden. And so the trick is, social anxiety makes us want to avoid social situations, right? But then the more we avoid them, the more our social anxiety increases. So we want to validate that, give ourselves credit. This is really hard and I can do this. This will be good for me.
Okay, now one of the difficult things is anytime we are experiencing something that is emotional or is mental, it fleshes itself out in a physical way and takes some sort of a toll on our body. So what do we do to take care of these physical symptoms that are a result of a mental situation?
Yeah. Checking in before, so before you enter that party, before you go into that crowded grocery store, check in and just say, where's my body at? How am I doing? And when you're in there, in the event or in there, giving yourself permission to tap out or take a second. Nobody's going to think twice if you say, I'm going to go to the restroom, or I'm going to step outside for a minute. And then you can take that time to kind of slow your body down, slow that anxiety you're feeling physically, and then get into your head and reframe, I can do this. This is hard, of course it is. And saying, I'm not alone. So many people are experiencing this.
Yeah, you're probably not the only person at that table who came in with a little bit of nerves about this social situation.
What about the comparison game before we go, Dr. Ryan? Looking at other people and going, well, they're doing this. Why am I not normal, can do this?
Yeah, it's recognizing that each person has their own way of experiencing and interacting with the world, right? And we can compare ourselves forever, but it's never done fairly, right? We always compare ourselves to what they're doing, we think better, but there really is no better, it's just different. And so it's really saying, what do I need to do for myself? Because some people are going to be doing more and other people are going to be doing less, and you need to do what's right for you.
There really is no better, it's just different.
That's it.
Yeah.
With that, you can just tape that to your mirror and just say it every day. Dr. Ryan, we love having you. So great to see you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Nystrom and Associates provides care in the fields of psychiatry, psychology, family therapy, and a whole lot more. And they've got 20 locations in the Twin Cities.
They work with couples, families, and individuals of all ages. So if you're struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, or addiction, reach out to them today.
Coming up.